Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. It's time to talk about the monthly flying stars for the month of August, or in Chinese metaphysics, it is the month of the fire monkey Bingshen. Yeah, and this particular month starts on August 7th and goes all the way until September 6th. So it's not completely the same month as in the Western calendar. It's offset by about a week. So August 7th to September 6th, the month of the fire monkey. So let's have a look at what sectors are particularly good for which types of activities. Now, in order to actually get this chart, it's very easy to just stand in the middle of your apartment and hold out a compass, and then you will see where which direction is. Yeah, the compass will tell you where's the south, where's the north, and there, by just looking at the compass, you can determine where the sectors are that we are talking about here. So the three best sectors this month are the west, the east, and the north. So we'll talk about those first. So the west definitely is one of the most outstanding sectors of the month because it has a lot of wealth energies, but also nobleman help. Yeah, people who can help you. It's the wealth sector of the month essentially, and there's potential for new business ventures, but also business partnerships. So usually we are just looking at this month star here. However, in combination with the 8, this is very, very positive. It can indicate business partnerships and particularly new ideas for business development. So if you are if you'd like to sit down in August and just review how the year has been so far and what you want to plan for the next 6-7 months until the Chinese year has ended, and just see how you can make your business prosper, then go find the West sector in your home and do it from there, because you will have good ideas and you will get inspiration. You will also be able to tap into nobleman help. So if you need advice, if you need mentorship or assistance in any type of issue related to your business or even your personal life, then send this email or make the call from the West sector. It's a very, very helpful sector in that way. And it's also a good sector if you want to reach out to new markets or new clients. So any type of business development activity, do it from the West sector. That would be ideal. Now, the other very good sector this month is the East sector. Yeah, it has the number 6, the monthly 6. And together with the 4 of the annual stars, this is actually a very, very good area to study and learn something. So if you are studying for an exam, or if you are a student and you just need to revise things or have homework, although it's August, I guess most of you are on holiday, but should you have to prepare an academic paper or just even do research and study something, go deeper into a subject matter, then the East sector is an excellent sector to do this from, because you'll be able to absorb new knowledge much, much easier. And then we've got the North sector with the number 4. So the number 4 is generally called the peach blossom star. However, in combination with the number 2, it can lead to, it can help you meditate better and get more positive results from meditation and spiritual pursuits. So if you want to find a good sector to meditate in, or to do yoga or any type of spiritual practice, then the North sector would be a really, really good sector to do that in. It's a sector for self-cultivation. Yeah, so whenever you're working on yourself, the North in August would be a good sector to do that. Now, it is not a great sector for couples, because there may be a lot of tension and miscommunication. So I wouldn't advise to spend too much time there with your partner, because it just has an inherent feel of conflict in interpersonal relationships, and particularly between the women of the household. So if you're single and it's just you, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. But let's say you're living with your mother-in-law, um, then it's probably not the best sector to be in if you're the wife and you already have a strained relationship with your mother-in-law and you live together. Then avoid the north, because that can lead to potential conflicts that are very, very unpleasant. Now, the next sector we look at is the south sector. So the south sector here has the number 3, a monthly star, and this star is considered an argument star. So particularly for couples, if you have your bedroom in the south sector, this will probably lead to an increase in arguments and disputes. So especially if there are already ongoing issues or underlying problems, it will just exacerbate that. So what you can do if you do have your bedroom here, just really raise that awareness level and do not get into arguments, especially unnecessary ones about small things like, I don't know, who should bring out the trash or whatever. Yeah, just avoid that. It's also not a good sector to start a new relationship. So if you are single and you're sleeping here, if you are meeting someone new this month, it may lead to tensions. So you'll just have to be very, very patient, because this is not a sector that brings easy relationships this month. Now, the next one I'd like to highlight is the Southwest, which has the number 5 Calamity star, yeah, as we call it. Now, the number 5 Calamity star is a very, very unpleasant star, and it usually brings arguments, disagreements, miscommunications, lots of harsh words. It's actually quite a bit worse than this one here. So ideally, as a couple, avoid these 2 sectors, especially if you are in a relationship that it is very, very new, or if you're in a relationship that is strained. Yeah, then these 2 sectors should absolutely be avoided. Otherwise, you'll be fine. Yeah, if you're in a relationship that goes fairly well and you're sleeping in the Southwest, maybe you have a fight, but it's just a small one, and it's not something that will linger. It's not something that will make a lot of issues. Yeah, so not to worry too much, but just be aware that there are some troubling energies here, and you don't want to upset them by doing any moving around of furniture. No hammering, no drilling in that particular sector. And then don't put any water feature into the Southwest for sure. Yeah. Now, the next one we look at is the Northwest, which has the monthly number 9. Now, this is a bit of a double-edged sword. So the number 9 is generally a good star. It also has a peach blossom effect, so romance effect. And for new couples, this could actually be quite exciting. Yeah, you will have a good sex life if you spend a lot of time here. And if you are single, this can also help you find someone if you're sleeping here or just generally spending a lot of time here. Or maybe you do, if you're doing online dating, yeah, you do all the swiping in the Northwest. However, you need to be very, very sure that you don't have any negative external forms. So have a look. If there's a window in your Northwest sector, have a look what's outside. If there is a negative feature, whether that be natural or man-made, so something that makes you feel uncomfortable, like a sharp edge or a mountain with a rock face, yeah, there's no vegetation on it, or maybe a big antenna or anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, then this sort of peach blossom effect will actually lead to a lot of scandal and gossip, and is not going to be pleasant. If you have positive forms outside, that's fine, not to worry. Yeah, but if you have negative forms outside, beware of the fact that this may lead to side effects. And you also need to be careful in this sector, if in case you have negative features outside, that you don't light any candles in that sectors, because there's a big risk of fire. There's a big fire hazard in this sector. Yeah, but again, only if you have negative features outside. Otherwise, you'll be fine. Then we've got the southeast, and the southeast here has the monthly star number 7. And so together with the annual star 5 that you see here, this is a fairly negative combination as well. So ideally, if you're a healthy person, you should be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. But if you have a chronic illness, or if you are living with someone who is quite old and is a bit frail, or their health is not great and they sleep in this sector, that can be quite detrimental. It would probably be better to move them out of this sector during this particular month. Yeah, just for 1 month, because it may make things worse. But again, only if the health is already weak or frail, or if there's a chronic illness. If you're completely healthy, no problem. Now, you also want to avoid signing any type of contracts or legal documents in the southeast this month. If you are signing contracts or legal documents in the southeast, there's a high chance of this leading to some sort of legal problems or legal disputes, or something is not quite right with that particular agreement you signed. And so you want to avoid this. And then finally, we've got the northeast. The northeast has the monthly number 2. And this is particularly risky for pregnant women, especially if you're in the first trimester. Yeah, the number 2 is generally called the illness star. And if you're pregnant, you shouldn't be sleeping in an area that has the illness star, because it can lead to complications in your pregnancy, especially if it's very, very early in. So you can spend time there during the day, that's perfectly fine, but maybe not sleep there. Yeah, so it's a bit of a mixed bag this month. As I said, so the negative sectors, if you are perfectly healthy, you shouldn't be worried too much about them. Just try to avoid getting into arguments, and just be a bit more aware of the fact that the energies are a bit upsetting, and that may influence the way you interact with other people. If you do have health issues, then again, avoid the northeast, southwest, and the southeast if possible. If you have to sleep there, then just make sure that you don't don't aggravate the energies by putting water there, by doing any hammering, drilling, or anything like that, moving around the furniture, and then you should be fine. Yeah. All right. So thank you very much. If you have any questions about the flying stars, then please do get in touch. My contact details are in the notes below, and I will see you soon.